The Lasker Trap. The Lasker Trap is a famous chess trap that can be set up in the Albin Countergambit variation of the Queen's Gambit declined. The trap works by sacrificing a pawn in order to open up lines and gain space. Black then lures white into capturing the bishop on b4, which sets up a discovered check with queen. White is then forced to move their king, which leaves them exposed to a checkmate. The Lasker Trap is a relatively rare trap, but it is still a powerful weapon that can be used to score a quick victory. It is important to be aware of the trap if you are playing the Albin Countergambit and to avoid falling into it. d4, d5. Standard Queen's Gambit opening move. c4, e5. Albin Countergambit, a risky but aggressive move that challenges the center of the board. D takes e5. Black sacrifices a pawn to open up lines and gain space. d4. e3. Bishop advances to b4. Black offers a discovered check with the bishop. Bishop to d2. D takes e3. Bishop takes b4. This move leaves the white king exposed, falling right into Lasker Trap. E takes f2. King to e2. If the king had taken the pawn, white would have lost his queen. That was the trap. White saw the trap and avoided it, so be mindful of it so that you don't fall into the trap. That would have weakened the white so badly. Pawn takes the knight. Promotes the pawn to a knight, but this move also leaves the king exposed. King goes back to e1. If white had taken the newly promoted pawn, black would have played bishop to g4, which could have resulted to white losing his queen. It was another trap. Black queen moves to h4. Black checks the king escapes. Had white pawn on g2 attacked the queen, black would have forked the king and the rook. That was another trap. Black knight attacks the white bishop on b4. Then knight captures the bishop. This gives the black more advantage over the white. Here are some tips for avoiding the Lasker Trap. If you are playing the Albin Countergambit, be aware of the trap, and avoid capturing the bishop on b4. If you see that black is setting up the trap, you can try to block the check with your queen or rook. You can also try to develop your pieces quickly and put pressure on black's kingside. By following these tips, you can help to avoid falling into the Lasker Trap and keep your king safe.